Hey, what the hell's going on, you guys? It's Tuple Negative AE, and welcome. Higurashi, when they cry, let's we left off. Shion was just about to tell us something. Or she heard something?
昨日の試合、ケイちゃんが大活躍したそうじゃないですか。
褒めるなら、俺よりもホームランを決めたサトコの方だろう。あいつ、運動神経良かったんだろ。俺驚いたよ。
サトシ君とは大違いです。きっと、運動神経は妹に全部取られちゃったに違いないですね。
Shion smiled as she spoke, her eyes looking at something far away, betraying her reminiscence.
サトシ君？
北条サトコの兄です。北条サトシ君。あ、そっか。ケイちゃんって今年引っ越してきたんでしたっけ？なら、会ったことありませんね。
I was a little surprised that Shion knew about Satoshi.
会ったことはないけど、確か、両親が亡くなった後、転校したんだよな。
I avoided saying that he ran away from home and used the slightly more vague words that everyone else did.
転校？誰がそんなこと言ったんですか？
I didn't yet realize that Shion's tone had changed slightly.
いや、誰って、誰だっけかな。誰かに聞いたんだよ。転校したって。
その誰かって誰ですか？誰かに聞いたから言ってるんですよね。
誰に聞いたかなんて、よく覚えてないよ。転校だって言うなら、それでいいだろ。別に問題があるわけじゃないし。
ありますよ。転校届が出されたわけですか？学校とかに。それを誰かが見た？それとも聞いた？
Around that time, I not only noticed how awfully caught up on this Shion was, but also how startlingly dangerous her eyes had begun to look.
シオン、なんだよお前。目がマジだぞ。
With that, Shion seemed to realize the expression she was making. She took a deep breath, pretended to fix her hair, and went back to her composed expression from before.
すみません。でもケイちゃん、よく知りもしないでサトシ君のこと、転校とか言わないでください。本当に。お願いしますね。
Okay. But I wasn't immediately... I realized I must have said something I shouldn't have, but I wasn't immediately sure of what I should apologize for. So I just said one safe word for now. Sorry.
なんとなく転校と聞かされて、じゃあ実際は違うのか？
It was, of course, preceded by his parents. He had left his sister and run away. But I wanted to try and avoid using the words run away, so I pretended not to know. Upon seeing my flustered reply, Shion realized she was intimidating me and lowered her voice.
別にケイちゃんを責めてるわけじゃない。ちょっと言葉がきつすぎました。謝ります。
別に気にしてないよ。
That was a fib. I was actually a little scared even. Was there something wrong with saying he ran away? Was there some sort of misunderstanding in saying that he transferred? But before I could ask her, she turned on her heel to leave.
おい、シオン。
じゃあ、頑張ってください。ケイちゃんのプレートで最後みたいで。洗い物。
Her final remark reminded me of the dishes I had so easily forgotten about. So immersed in conversation were we that it got pretty late. I turned on the faucet to get the water flowing faster. Shh. I violently scrubbed the plate. When I turned back around, Shion was no longer there. By the time I'd finished washing the plates, most of the other things had been cleaned up. The air had cooled off before I'd realized it, and as the heat had struck with us all day dispersed, a nice breeze started to blow.
では皆さん、集合です。
Coach got everyone together to make his closing remarks. And with that, another fun day drew to a close. In the end, Mion ended the game with a magnificent victory. The Toko and Rika-chan, who had labored so hard to betray me, had fallen into a huge trap afterwards, leaving them frustrated about more than a few things.
人を裏切るやつは、いい見本だな。
そんなことケイチさんに言われたくありませんわ。レナは誰の口車にも乗らなかったからね。2位になれたんだよ。レナはなかなか嘘に引っかからないのです。
You're damn right.
勘がいいのですよ。
I'm surprised. She seems like she would fall for the first lie to come her way.
それを言ったらケイちゃん他人を食い物にしてやろうと欲張って真っ先に自分が食い物に。友達を紹介すれば紹介するほど高収入なんて。
へいへい、努力しますよ。とほほほ。
Even good friends will lay traps mercilessly and betray everyone in sight once they get into a serious enough game. But despite that, once it's all over, they can feel refreshed and laugh together. It reminded me of how we were all such great friends.
それよりもケイチさんの罰ゲームが楽しみでございますわね。でも本当に実現できますの？店長さんもそんなの嫌だって言うと思いましたよ。どうだろう。ケイチくんすっごく可愛くなるかも。見てみたいかも。僕もとても楽しみなのですよ。転ばせてフキフキをさせますです。ああ、それはいいね。
なぜここ一番で俺は勝てないんだ。今日は絶対に勝ちたい。この罰ゲームは誰かにやらせてみたいと思うといつも負け。足りないのか。勝利への信念が足りないのか。
敗者の嘆きは蜜の味です。かわいそうなのです。ケイチくんもこうやって強くなっていく。去年のみーちゃんを見てるみたい。
Mi-chan last year. What, did she always lose and moan about it in the past? Very interesting. I didn't know our undefeated President Mion was once like that.
余計なことは言わなくていいの。
Mion hastily covered Rena's mouth. Everyone watching burst out laughing. Finally, Rika-chan pulled on Satoko's sleeve.
さて、僕たちはそろそろ行かないといけん。お夕飯のお買い物に行かないといけませんわね。
But they gave Satoko a lot of new faces. I'm sure I've seen this before, but like, in the previous games, she was always kind of like, she always had like one face. Because she was a very like side character. But it's her game. This is her game, I think. We split up with Satoko and Rika-chan and decided to get on our way home.
じゃあまた学校で会おうね。
Everyone waved to each other and split up for the short time between now and tomorrow.
じゃあ行こう。
We began walking down the tall staircase leading from the shrine grounds. As the sun started to set, the afternoon heat began to disappear as though it were never there. Just listening to the chorus of the Higurashi was enough to make me forget about how hot it had been today.
そういえばまだ6月。今年は梅雨とか全然ないでいきなり夏みたいな感じだね。
Now that I think about it, or now that I thought about it, she was right. It was June, the season of long rain and hydrangeas and snails. I haven't seen a real rainy season since transferring here.
週間予報によると週明けあたりからはもう大雨注意とか言ってたから綿流しにぶつからなきゃいいんだけど。そうなんだ。やっぱり梅雨は梅雨らしい方がいい。レナは梅雨の長雨って結構好きだよ。長雨なんてねえケイちゃん。
I was a little spaced out, so I was late in answering Mion. I was thinking back to my conversation with her sister. When I said that Satoshi transferred, Shion clearly got angry. She was mad at me for saying something so careless. I mean, it may have been a vague way of skirting around the fact that he ran away from home, but I don't think it was so bad that Shion would need to feel mad about it. I wasn't really satisfied with it. I felt like a child completely ignorant of what he was being scolded for. So my thoughts spilled out of my mouth in a very direct fashion.
サトコに兄貴っていたよな。サトシって名前だっけ？
Why the I'm always appalled. Like, I guess it's his friends. Like, wouldn't you talk... Like, I would, like, go to my parents first. Like, I would be like, hey, what's going on? Like, this person has, like, a dead brother, I guess? Or not a dead brother, but a brother that, like, ran away. What should I do about that, you know? I guess they would know what happened. Oh, I hate talking to them about important issues. I hate talking to them about important issues. I hate that the game has made me friends with these people. Should I have avoided talking about this? That's what they made me think. But I've already said it, so that's that. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested.
サトシって引っ越したんだっけ？
It was such a transparent way of putting it, but in my desire to know everything, I feigned ignorance.
うん。
Mion turned around and looked to Rena for assistance. Rena looked between us and then quietly and softly spoke.
あれ言わなか転校しちゃったんだよ。
Did not tell you he transferred out? Said those words to Shion, she got upset. So I answered her with the same words Shion had given me.
転校って誰がそんなことを言ったんだよ。
I'd only intended to borrow Shion's word, but I said it exactly the same way she had, right down to the thorns in my voice. When I realized what I had done, I immediately tried to soften my remark.
本当に転校したなら転校届とかが学校に提出されるはずだろ。でもそんなの実際には出てないんじゃないのか？
This is terrible. I hate this. Mion and Rena, their eyes grew wide. They were at a loss for words. I started to feel like I was doing something really bad. I thought they were only hiding the fact that Satoko's older brother ran away out of consideration for
別
her.
に二人を責めてるわけじゃないんだぜ。ただそのサトシはどうしたのかなって聞いてみてるだけのつもりで。
I'm not trying to blame you when they're the ones that probably did it. I am flabbergasted. I'm not as flabbergasted as I've been in the past, but I'm still flabbergasted because I kind of saw this coming. Like, I was like, well, I don't know, maybe I was actually bullying them. Maybe I had lashed out at them in retaliation for Shion getting mad at me. This whole day had become so much fun, but now, why did I go and say something that made all of that meaningless? I couldn't help but regret my own careless curiosity. That's enough. Let's drop it now. I was about to say that. As I was about to say that, Mion spoke up.
その別に隠そうとか騙そうとかそういうつもりじゃないのを分かってほしいんだけど。
Okay. Yeah, okay. Are we gonna get some truth? What? Mion's tone conveyed her genuine awkwardness. They sounded like the excuses of a child who'd been presented with evidence of her own mischief.
サトシはその転校したわけじゃないんだよ。
Okay. They play this music like it's like a surprise. I guess like in this game it's a surprise because like we haven't known that information yet. But like, okay, Mion, let's stop talking about Satoshi. You could play these in any order. You could play like chapter 3 and be exactly on the same speed that you were on that I was on chapter 1. I wanted to apologize. But right before that.
帰ってこないの。
Unlike Mion's stammered reply, Rena was extremely clear and resolute.
帰ってこないって。
ある日から家に帰ってこないの。
He won't come back. It's a very strange way of putting it. Normally you would say that he hadn't come back yet. Or at least, I thought you'd only say it like that if Rena wasn't... If Rena... I thought you only say it like Rena did if he wasn't capable of coming back. You wouldn't say it like that when talking about someone who ran away from home.
帰ってこないってどういう意味だよ。じゃあサトシはどこへ行ったんだよ。
知らない。
Don't know. Rena's word choice felt very cold to me. It was so cold that I couldn't muster a response right away.
だからさ、ある日を境にサトシは家に帰ってこなかった。
Mia noticed the deadlock between us and hurriedly followed up on what Rena said.
まあその村中みんなで探したし、警察も方々を探してくれたよ。それでその
家出じゃないかって話になって。
When running away from home, I thought you were supposed to leave a note or something. So when Satoshi ran away, you would probably have left some kind of letter apologizing to Satoko. That was just kind of what I figured. But from the way Mion was talking, it seemed like a little different than just running away from home.
警察の人が調べてサトシってバイトとかでコツコツとお金を貯めててさ、それを いなくなった日に全部下ろしてたのが分かったんだよ。で、名古屋駅だかでサトシによく似た人が目撃されたとかで。
He withdrew all his savings to his fund. Oh, he withdrew all his savings to fund his escape from home. Was that it? It seemed consistent enough to me, but before I could say anything,
私はそんな。サトシ君は家出なんかじゃない。
declared Rena
ちょっと
shortly.
待てよ。転校したわけでもなく、引っ越したわけでもなく、それで家出したわけでもない。一体サトシ。
やめなよレナ。
Jan whispered to her. Rena, however, continued without interruption. And then she said this.
だってこれはお社様のたたりだもの。
たたり。
It took some time before I understood what Rena meant by that. What is that? Is that her transformation? Mian clicked her tongue and shook her head a little.
サトシ君は消える前に私に教えてくれた。誰かに見張られている。後をつけられている。家の中にまでついてくる。寝るとき枕元に立って見下ろしてるって教えてくれた。やめなよレナ。それは間違いなくお社様のたたりの前兆。きっとサトシ君は心のどこかでひなみ沢を捨てて逃げ出そうという気持ちが。それをお社様は許さなかった。だからやめなって。お社様はひなみ沢の守り神様。ひなみ沢を捨てて逃げ出そうとする人を絶対に許さない。私はそれを謝った。でもサトシ君はきっと謝らなかった。だからお社様のたたりに会ってしまったに。
お社様のたたりだって。
Hadn't intended to repeat it, but the words came out of my mouth anyway. Oyashiro-sama's curse.
警察が家出だって決めつけたって信じない信じない。私は絶対に信じない。そんなのたたりだと認めたくない村の偉い人たちが決めただけの嘘っぱち。
I'm getting a real early confirmation that these guys are evil.
お社様のたたりは
That these girls
信
are
じよう
evil.
と信じまいと。確かに。
Mian struck Rena in the head. Not in a joking way either.
いい加減にしろって言ってるでしょ。恩和の私でも島には怒るよ。
Pushing her to her limits. Actually, there was plenty of displeasure and anger in Mian's face at that moment. For a few moments after being hit, Rena looked astonished. Perhaps the voices of the Higurashi calmed her frantic mind, because after a little while she regained her original calm expression. Like, that's pretty hard not to be like, wait, let's not tell them anything anymore. We arrived at the place we always split up with Mian. No one said a word until we got there. Voices of the Higurashi just tortured our ears with their buzzing. We'd always split up with Mian here, leaving just Rena and me.
あのさ、ケイちゃん、前に漫画化すって約束したじゃん。よかったら寄ってく。
Huh? She promised that? However, I quickly realized it was a convenient way of saying she wanted to talk to me alone.
あ、じゃあレナは先に帰ってるね。
Maybe she realized it and maybe she didn't. She definitely realized it. Thankfully, Rena quickly said she'd go home before us.
じゃあね、また明日。うん、また明日ね。ケイチくんもあまりお邪魔しすぎないように。もう夕方だから。
ちょっと本を借りに寄るだけだよ。じゃあな。
Considering the fun day we had, it was a very insipid, lonely parting.
さっきのあまり気にしないでね。
That was a pretty early showing of Rena's evilness. After a little while, Mian finally spoke. Although Mian seems like she's like controlling the situation, I don't know.
いや別に俺の方が悪かったと思う。
She also tried to hide the situation where she was like, maybe he just ran away. There was someone that kind of looked like him at the station, you know?
サトシの話はあまり触れない方がいい話だからさ。
We weren't trying to hide anything about Satoshi. It's just one of those things that we shouldn't mention, you know? At this point, I understood exactly what she meant by that. Judging by our odd interactions with Rena, I understood it so well that it hurt. That I should never talk about it again. Actually, if that's the case, then with Shion too, this is a bigger problem. Talking about it in the first place had been indiscreet. I shouldn't have been interested in it at all. So that's why I really had to think about it. About why everyone got so irritated. Idiot. Stop this, Keiichi Maebara. By the time I tried to warn myself, I had accidentally spoken already.
もう二度と聞かないから正直なところを教えてくれないか。一体サトシに何が家でなんだろう。
I kind of want to be part of the Demon Club. Like, is that so hard to ask? Can I be part of the Demon Club? Like, invite me to the torture. Like, have an episode where I join the demons. That way I just know. I just know everything. That would be great. I want to be part of the Demon Club. Fill me in on demon secrets.
お社様のたたりの話は
ほんの少しくらいなら。
We're gonna go through this. Ever heard someone in class talking about it though. Oyashiro-sama was the name of the deity protecting Hinamizawa. They worshipped at the shrine because we had a barbecue today. And a few years ago, when they stopped talking about flooding Hinamizawa as part of the dam project, one of the people who worked on the site died or something and blamed it on Oyashiro-sama's curse. That's how it was. But then there was other people.
サトシの死んだダムの誘致派でね。
え？ひなみ沢の人村人なのにダムの賛成派もいたのか？
The dam project that would flood the entirety of Hinamizawa. I had heard the village all got together to fight the terrible project, but it was a little hard to believe that these were villagers who were supporting it.
まあダム計画に反対する人ばっかで、その親
誘致派のリーダー格。つまりサトコとサトシの親がってこ
うん。国はダム工事に伴って多額の保証金を用意してたからね。そのお金が欲しくてダム計画に賛成。
Aside from a few households, Hinamizawa was in general not very affluent. And not because they were proud to inherit the land of their ancestors. It wouldn't be strange if some people wanted enough money to start a new life. But even in that case, they would have had to hesitate to say so given the situation. It just happened to be Satoko and Satoshi's parents who understood that and stood up to be their representative. By that standard, you might say Satoko and Satoshi's parents were very heroic. They volunteered to be hated and to help all those without much money who didn't have a voice.
それで運悪くそのお社様を祀るお祭りの日にそれでお社様のたたりにあったんじゃないかってことになっちゃったわけ。
Thought back to what Coach told me today. They went on a nature park family outing and fell from a
と。で
cliff.
サトシが家出したのまで。
まあそんな感じ。
It was a bit of an evasive reply, but I felt it was wrong to ask any further, so I didn't press her for details.
もう説明するまでもないと思うけど、サトコにとっては両親そしてお社様のたたりなんて愉快な話じゃないのはわかるでしょ。
Yeah, of course I knew. I could only nod silently.
だからさ、サトシのことはその辺の事情を汲み取ってもらえるよね。
I wanted to protect Satoko's happiness, her smile. As someone who thought that way once, even for a short time, I really did regret having been imprudent enough to broach the topic to begin with.
ああ、わかるよ。俺も軽はずみなことを聞いたと後悔してる。
When she heard that, Mion smiled, seeming a little relieved. With that understanding, thinking I should get going, I began to make my way home. I could really have stopped by Mion's house, but it was already late. I'd stop by again the next time I had the
じゃあな、
chance.
ミオ。今日は悪かったな。また明日な。
じゃあね。
We waved to each other. Then, suddenly remembering something, Mion called out to me.
ケイちゃん、あとさ、サトコにだけじゃなくレナの前でもサトシの話は
え？
さっきので分かったと思うけど、レナってどういうわけかお社様のたたりの話転校してきた時から。
Yeah, judging by how Rena was acting earlier, it was clearly no laughing matter to her. Mion had interrupted the conversation for us. But if Mion hadn't been here, it might have happened.
どうしてレナは あんなにマジになるんだろうな。
知らない。レナはね。あ、これ内緒だよ。言ったら絶好だよ。
Ian emphasized this as her expression clouded even
言
further.
わないよ。で、レナ、
お社様のたたりに会ったことを。
え？
私は悪いけど被害妄想過剰な何かの思い込みじゃないかって思ってるんだけど
I'm
ね。
a little confused, but it's a new story, so I can't.
でも本人はそう言ってるし、そう信
Again,
じてる。
I'm trying to apply past logic onto this game, and there's not a logic connection. So it seems like in this one, we have reason. So Rena is evil again. In the second one, Rena wasn't evil. So in this one, she's evil. Well, okay. In the second one, she didn't seem evil. She might have been evil. She might have been there to set me up. But in this one, she's clearly evil. And Mion knows something. But this is new information. It's not new information. Because we knew that she was talking about like Orishiro-sama at her old school, and she like broke a bunch of
茶化
windows.
すとかなり怒る。レナは普段はチャラけてるけど、怒るとかなり。
レナの前でも言うなって、サトシの話。
うん。できればこの話題にも二度とレナのためにもサトコのためにもさ。
For everyone else's too. If I must say, for your own sake too, Keiichi-san. Or Kei-chan. With her silence, Mion made sure I knew that.
そうだな。うん。わかったよ。
ありがとう。
Saying only that, she waved her hand and began walking away. I watched her go, a little dazed, and then started walking myself. Satoko's older brother, Satoshi. He had run away from home? Or had he been a victim from the curse and disappeared forever? Whichever the case, none of this was anything I should have asked about. Cooling air forced me into self-reflection. I wanted Satoko to smile. Yet my curiosity easily defeated me, and I feverishly tried to step into the dark side of things in a joking way. Shameful. I wanted today to be exactly like yesterday. I wanted tomorrow to be just as fun as today, too. Why did I go and do something like that? We were having a blast at the baseball game yesterday. Today we had a blast at the barbecue party, too. It was a lot of fun. But then I went and almost nullified all of those fun times. Why does this man blame himself for a lot of things? Like, he's like, if I didn't do this, then this would happen. And it's like, fuck off. You're not, like, the center of the universe. Like, it wasn't you that, like, you had no idea. You were just confused. It's, like, natural shit. You were just like, hey, what's going on? Like, why is this a thing? You know, that's like someone being like, this pack of cards can float in the air. And then you're just being like, yep, that's reality now. That's what happens. You're not going to ask why that pack of cards is floating in the air. Why is there an elephant in this room? You know? I don't know. I'm just trying to, like, understand why he's like, if it weren't for me, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, how I'm gonna let my enjoyable life end because of how careless I was today. Careless, he says. But the more I thought about that, I'd be more careful starting tomorrow. The more I couldn't get rid of the ominous thought that I had already put an end to those enjoyable days with what I had just done. Hey, wait. I'm down, Keiichi-bar. What the hell? The gears of destiny are freaking gigantic, aren't they? What happened just now was trivial. It doesn't make any sense to think that my life will be totally different starting tomorrow. But even though I understood it logically, in my heart wasn't going to fade until tomorrow turned out to be as fun as today.
変だぞ俺。さっきのみんなとのやりとり。
Cannot read
ちょ
today.
っと気にしすぎだぜ。
I wish tomorrow would come already. I wanted it to make me understand how absurd my insignificant doubts were. The night was long. Is that the end? Yep, we're killing it right there. That's the end. We're probably gonna get a tip. We'll read the tip and then we'll take off probably. This has been an interesting thing. Oh, we got 3 tips. Damn. All right. Well, let's check out the tips. New tips. Okay, the slacking manager. So we got Shion manager shits. Let's see.
シオンさんも少しは手伝っ
女の子に重いものを運ばせようって言うんですか？そんなだからいい年になっても相手が見つか
ですね。そういうのを曰くこう言います。
He was loading the station wagon with heaps of equipment we'd used for today's barbecue meeting. All the fathers and sons who had helped were starting to get on their way.
さて、シオンさんはどうしあなた、自転車でしたら積んで送って差し上げますよ。
スクーターだからいいです。お心遣いだけで嬉しいってことにしときます。
今日は来てくれて嬉しかったですよ。やはりマネージャーさんがいないとパッとしませんからね。
まだ私マネージャーなんですか？1年も丸々サボってんだから、こんな無能マネージャーいい加減に解雇するべきだと思いますよ。
ええ、シオンさんが辞めたいって自分で言う。
ずるいな。早く解放してくださいよね。試合があるたびに来ないかと電話がかかってくるの、もううざくてかなわないんですから。
シオンちゃんももっともっと素直になれば、とってもキュートで可愛い女の子なのに。
Freaking
お
don't be
父さん
dissing
は悲しいで
best
すよ。
girl.
一体どこでねじ曲がってこんなにひねくれてああ、お父さんの愛の抱擁で力強く包み込めば。ほーら。
Coach was fooling around with all his might, but Shion just smiled into the distance without responding.
何も変わってない。監督が変な人で、みんなのにぎわいも何も。
サトシ君だけいないとおっしゃりたい。帰ってきますよ。
きっと
待っている人がいるんですか。
勝手なこと言っ。
彼も罪作りな人ですよね。こんな可愛い彼女を置き去りにしてどこへ行ってしまったんだか。
Oh, I feel like running around the schoolyard with my hands up. That's crazy.
彼女誰がチェもう監督。
That's cute as fuck.
またお会いしましょうね。試合にもたまには。
まあ気が向いたら
いいんですよ。あなたが嫌がるのを無理やりってのは私の性分ではあります。
すみませんね、すみませんね。私の負けです。気が向いたらまた応援に来ますので、今日は堪忍してください。
おっと、機材返す約束の時間が。先方もうだいぶまた。では今日はこの辺で、また次の試合でお会いしましょう。
ええ、気が向いたらね。さよなら監督。
Ah. Alright, so we got a cute girlfriend reference to Satoshi and Shion being partners, which I'm okay with because Keiichi's like almost like Satoshi anyway, and it's best girl, so let's be honest, like it doesn't matter. Best girl, best girl. Also, they were talking about her getting fired, and I wonder if that means that she's not the manager of the first one because she's gonna get fired. But I also think that it would be a crazy twist to make Shion the manager. I'm gonna continue to believe that Shion is the manager. I thought it was Coach, and then they just called Shion the manager. And now I think it's Shion. So we'll see what happens. Killed in the following manner: entire body found in restraints. The traces left behind from the body seem to have been bound by indicated use of a specific table. Stop doing that. Other than the rope and the finger joints. I'm not clicking, by the way. On either hand have been especially tightly. Highly likely that the table is especially made or homemade, given this information. Both ears and nose are severed with a sharp blade. Traces of the restraint and other things seem to suggest that there was at least one more other than the one who severed these body parts holding down the victim's head. Possibly the multiple blades were used, with each one of them likely being scissors or shears. 5 nails penetrated on each hand, 1 long nail stuck in each joint of the finger on each hand. For a total of 30, the deceased fingers were nailed to wooden planks. 20 square centimeters large. Extremely likely these planks were part of the restraining table. In addition, it is likely that the table was originally designed for such a purpose. Abdomen incised, intestines removed. The incision in the abdomen is likely to have been a technique grounded in medical methodology using a sharp blade. Estimated that there was still no threat to the victim's life at this stage. After this, the organs inside the incision were dismantled and removed. The victim likely died as a result of this process. Body disposed. After fastening a dumbbell to the victim's neck using a commercial pet collar, the victim was likely abandoned in the Ouija River? Because it's not like Ouija board. Ouija River's third drain. Judging by the dumbbell's weight, it's highly possible that they would have needed at least 3 grown men to have dispersed of the body. To Uishi-san. Here is a copy of the preliminary autopsy of the slaughtered corpse in the Ouija River. Chief Sigeharu sees this as a possible relation to the S group. What are your thoughts, Uishi-san? Interesting. That means Oishi-san knows about the torture? I mean, I guess everybody did.
チュンドラさん、満願です。
なんでドラバカモンが大石がテンパイしたの分かっててカンドラ増やしよってからに自業自得じゃ。
チュンさらしたらドラを上乗せするぐらいしかやることないじゃないですか。厄介され。
I have no idea how to play Mahong, which I'm guessing is what this is. I'm just gonna take a wild guess and say this is Mahong.
時に大石さんなんじゃい何か手がかり
ねえ、まあ。裏はそっちで。
さすが何者です仏
間宮里奈、本名は律子。
岸骨フラワーロードにあるブルーマーメ
やれやれそらやばい店じゃな園崎おっと S 号関連か難航しそうな山だな
噂じゃあ仏さん園崎の上納金に手をつけちゃったらしいっす。
女が上納金に手を出したか女の単独犯なんてそう
どうせ死体がまだ出ないだけで。
そうそうおいしさん女の同居に
生きてる？じゃあこれから死ぬんでしょ。害虫が害虫を駆除してくれるんだから。
その紐北条鉄平なんですよ。
北条誰だい
北条鉄平。去年ひなみ沢で起こった事件の後姿を消した。そうか、その女のところに転がり込んでたか。
That is new information.
ますますに園崎の
彼氏は今どこに？
女のアパートに同居してたんすがね。女が自分を捨てたと思ったみたいで店やたまりのあちこちを探し回ってるらしいっす。
That is crazy information that they just dropped. So the father is still alive in this chapter. Obviously, none of the chapters relate to each other whatsoever at this moment in time. Okay, a couple things that I think before we end the episode here. There's a couple ways that this could end. Satoko could obviously have killed everybody in this one. I'm trying to completely negate whatever I know about the past stories and just try to understand what's going on in this one. I think that it's very possible that Satoko in this one killed her mom, and her dad got away. And then Satoko was thinking about killing Satoshi, and so Satoshi was thinking about running away, so they killed him. I'm thinking probably that's maybe what happened. I can't mention Satoshi anymore, so I imagine that there's going to be a situation in which I'm going to have to talk about Satoshi, and then Rena's going to be very mad. I also think that mentioning that I'm going to have to mention it around Satoko. Like, I think that's what's going to happen, right? Like, something's going to happen, and she's going to talk about, like, her brother and how he just ran away or whatever, and then I'm going to be like, I should tell her, and then I tell her, and then she's going to be like, oh, no, you know. So now I'm going to have to kill you, right? Her eyes are going to go all stupid. I don't know. I'm just, that's kind of like my main theory right now. Also, we found out that the manager is, what's her name? Shion. And we also found out that, Teppei Hyojo is alive in this one. So, yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack here, obviously. And this could end in a multitude of ways. But we're already on chapter 5 of this chapter. It's weird. I don't know what to call this, because it says it's like chapter 3. But then it's in chapters. So we're in chapter 3, chapter 5. 3-5. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this, again, I appreciate all the love. Hit the like. It means so much, and it helps other people be like, oh, hey, he does games and visual novel stuff, and I might like that. I don't know. I don't know how people decide on... How do I decide? I don't know. I just kind of click on stuff that I like. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking before I go on forever. I will see you guys in the next episode, whenever that may be. I'm away for a while, so the episodes and stuff might be scattered, but I hope to be back soon with a lot of videos. Bye, guys. Peace.